Hi everyone, trust you all are doing well. So what we're going to do in this one is we're going to update this view right here. So this individual thread right here. So that the information that's being displayed up here is actually dynamic. So that comes actually from the database. So most of our back work is done. The only thing that I want to add in the front here as well is to indicate how many likes a post have. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing in this one. So let's get started. All right, in our code editor, what we're going to do is we go to resources, views, then we're going to go to pages, threads, or index. All right, in our index view, as you can see, every thread is a component. So if we actually go to the thread component, then we will actually see we got our comments count right here. All right, and I want this, I put it in SVG in the template. I want to change this to be actually a blade icon. So that's what we're going to be doing in this one. And I also want to change the views to be a blade icon as well. So the another thing that we want to add in here is the count of the threads to say how many likes a thread have. All right, so let's quickly go and get an SVG from our Blade UI components. It will get an icon that's actually from there. All right, so let's go there. All right, you go to Blade UI kit icons, and I'm just going to search for Zond icons, I think, and we're going to search for comment. Let's see what the comment. No results found. Let's search all icons. See which one. Let me change this to hero icons. Let's go there. Hero icons and just go to chat. All right, so you can choose either one. Okay, for me, I'm going to choose, because our design is quite square, so I would like to just pick the square one. All right, so I'm just going to pick this one. Okay, and then let's copy it in here. All right, so above our span tag, we're just going to copy in there. I'm just going to give it a class, width of 4 and a height of 4. Okay, just to be the same as this one right here. And we're going to just put, I can actually just copy everything in there. So I'm just going to delete this SVG. As you can see how neat that looks. Just tidies up our code. I'm just going to give it some color for the comments. I'm going to just use a text blue, do a green of 200. Just something light. All right. Now, in order to indicate the count, what we can do is we can just do our thread. Okay. Then we add our replies. This is the comments, yes. Count replies, and we can just do the count like this. All right. So this is one way to do it. All right. Another way is actually we can put those in parentheses. We delete the count like that, and we can just add the count in front. Okay. So both ways does the same thing. Okay. So you can all add it in one. Okay. For me, yeah, let's leave it as is and see if it actually updates for us. So to display the count of the replies. Now, as you can see, we got our little icon right there, and we got the count. As you can see, there's 0. I think I'm just going to make this a little bit darker. And as you can see, all of them are 0 except the 2 right here, because these 2 have comments on them. Right, so as this is a little bit too light for me. Yeah, let me just make that 400. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay. All right, so the next part that I want to do is I want to add the likes to indicate how many likes there are as well. All right, in order to do that, let's just copy. We go to our like thread right there and just copy everything in there. Don't copy the button, because the button is a toggle button. This must just be static information. We don't want the user to actually click on the like sign there, just the indicator. All right, so let's just copy all of this and let's go back. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy the comments up. I'm just going to show this likes count, and I'm just going to paste this in here as well. Right, and this is not going to be a span. Let me just do this. Right, the main div, I'm just going to delete the main span tag and just do that. Let's give us some room so you guys can easily see what I've done. All right, it's just basically looking the same as this one, except this is now a like count, and I just put it that between the same div as this so that they can have the same styling. Okay, and then we count how many likes. All right, the view count, I'm just going to replace this SVG with hero icons as well, so that when we get to this part right here, we can update it accordingly. Right, so my hero icons, I'm just going to look for an eye. So we got one right here, and I'm just going to copy it, and then I'm going to go back in here, and I'm just going to paste it in here. Right, so now we got our hero icons eye right there, and I just want to put in a class in here as well, and I want to, maybe this must be a little bit different color. What about I don't know. I think I'm just going to make it blue, this blue, a light blue, 300 for now. Right, now there's a couple of things we need to change to kind of let them stay uniform. So I'm going to change the text for my likes just to be the same as well. Remember, this is referencing something else in our live file component, but for here we're just using the thread as a variable. Okay, so we just need to change that to the thread like this. All right, so now that is bringing in our thread. The blue is fine. I think I'm just going to make this a little bit darker. Just make it 600, just a little bit darker. Let's see how it looks like. Right, that's how it looks like. And now, as you can see, we've got this one indicating how many likes. This one is indicating how many comments. It looks all lovely. Right, now the only thing that I want to change, this gray, just taking too much from my main post right there. Kind of distracting to read. So I'm just going to make it a little bit lighter. All about the user experience. So let me just change this to back to 500. Let me just Control Z. Okay, so it's just a little teeny lighter. Right, not too distracting. As I can say, this is just personal preference. Okay, so now we're indicating how many likes. So let's see. Yeah, that's all good. So now we can show how many likes there are and how many comments. Right, that's it for this one. It's going to be just a short one, just to update this in the front end as well. We're obviously going to get to the views as well, because I think we might use a package or we might code it ourselves in order just to update the counts when a person actually clicks on the show view right here. So how this will work is if the user click on this button on the page to actually go to the view, we register a count. Okay, and that's it. Right, thank you guys for watching, and if you like it, please give it a like, and if you don't, please give it a dislike. Right, so we're going to continue with our series. In the next one, I will see what we can do. I just wanted to make sure this is dynamic. That's why I updated it as well. Right, we're still going to get to the views part, but I will see what is more important to do in the next one. All right, thank you guys, and see you next time. Adios.